She's a dancer. You did dance routines, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then it'll make you more robotic under pressure, and you'll make all those pressure putts. They'll be like, Lauren, how did you make that 8-footer to win the match, the U.S. Open? And you're gonna be like, 2 practice strokes, baby. Hey, friends.
Oh my God.
Hey friends, welcome back to another Claire Hogle video. We are here at DeBell Golf Club and we are back for another lesson of Lauren's journey to break 90. Hey yo! How are you feeling?
I'm excited about this lesson because...
Well, what are we doing?
Well, it's a putting lesson.
It's a putting lesson.
We are here to putt
I feel
today.
as though we might add that there are some police officers on site. Some action. In fact, one more has just pulled up since filming. We're a little bit concerned. We don't know if we're in danger. So if we get tackled in the middle of this, we wanted you to know why. Teaching without my license. Back to the point, the police are moving. How is your putting?
I have experienced a lot of 3 putts in my life.
She's been through a lot.
Basically, every coach that we have seen is like short game, short game, short game.
Right.
So, very excited for this lesson.
Yeah, big lesson, and we were said to have a coach in each lesson, but unfortunately our coach was unable to make it. So I'm taking over, you know, dire times cause dire crimes, not the phrase.
You're the best putter I know, so I am not worried about it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna get my serious coach hat on. I can do this.
Yeah, you can.
Leave a comment if you guys think I can do this.
I think a lot of people think you can do this, and I have no
Or maybe
doubts.
don't. Okay, so before we get into this lesson, Lauren obviously hit some balls today. She's on her journey and she's serious about it.
I'm very serious.
And she used her lag shot, obviously,
Yes.
to warm up.
Yes.
It's a good segue. This series is presented by
Lag shot.
Do you want to hit pure golf shots more consistently with every club?
Yes? Hello?
Then let me tell you about lag shot.
This game-changing swing trainer forces you to load the club perfectly so that you can instantly groove that incredible feeling of a flawless golf swing with smooth tempo and perfect timing. And since you can hit real golf balls with lag shot, you get concrete feedback on every swing. Lag shot comes in men's, ladies, and junior models. Click the link in the description for a special Claire Hogle discount and find the lag shot swing trainer that's right for you. I like that. You're starting with...
I do this every time
That's
now because you
amazing.
taught me it in the first episode.
And it's giving you fantastic putting posture, if I do say so myself. So we're just gonna have a look at a few putts from Lauren, just to see what there is to work on. Not a whole lot there. Having a look-see-loo. Great, great putt. You were aimed perfectly.
Thank
You looked so good over that. All right, well that's good to know. All right, so watching you hit all of those putts, I noticed that you didn't really have a pre-shot routine other than your lovely arm tuck, which I
Yes.
so appreciate.
Yes.
I'm thinking that we can build a pre-shot routine for you so that you can have something reliable that you use on every single putt. That way no putt is too big or no putt's too small, that you don't pay attention to it. So just something to keep everything consistent. I'm gonna run you through my pre-shot routine so that you can see what I'm thinking leading into a putt.
Okay.
Okay, so I would crouch down. I'm reading it, getting a good line on it, finding, a good read, just to get an idea of what kind of practice strokes I'm gonna be making, because there's downhill putts and you gotta make a different practice stroke for that. So for me, I've sort of adopted in the last couple years, taking my practice strokes behind the ball so that I can read it as I'm putting. But before that, I decided that I was gonna take practice strokes right beside the ball. That way, once you were done taking your practice strokes, all you had to do was step forward a little bit.
Okay.
Some people like to have a set number of practice strokes so that on a big putt, they're not taking like a gajillion practice strokes because they're so nervous.
Yeah.
So they like to say, okay, I'm gonna take 2 good practice strokes. 1, 2, and then step up and hit it. So it's a little left to right. So I'm picking my line, I'm drawing my eyes back on it. I see that it kind of goes over this white grain of grass. So that's a good midpoint, but I preferably want a midpoint about 6 inches out from the ball. So it's a little grain of grass that you find and you keep an eye on to know that if I roll my ball over that little midpoint, it has a really good chance of going in the hole.
And that's 6 inches out?
Yeah, about 6 inches to a foot out, like anywhere in this range where you can see it from the corner of your eye. So I'm kind of reading the break as I'm looking at a putt. So I will be kind of walking around the hole as my playing partners are putting, getting a read, so that when it's your turn to putt, this also saves time and keeps up pace of play. When it's your turn to putt, you're ready because you've already been looking at it while your playing partners were putting. So what do you see?
Well, it's going to go this way. I need to hit it more left.
Yes.
Because it's gonna break.
Yes,
yeah.
Perfect. That's a perfect way to think about it because some people think that they have to make it break. So it goes a little left to right. So then you'll go into your practice stroke. So take a few practice strokes. As you stroke through, you're kind of looking down the line. Nice.
Oh no. But actually it wasn't.
Yeah, pretty dang close. Nice.
Okay.
Perfect.
Stepping up.
Bingo! That's a
Ow.
winner. Boom. You know, you are really not a bad putter. I know that you struggle and I know that you rack up a few strokes in the putting department, but you're not a bad putter.
I think it's just when I'm playing, I'm not putting like this because I'm like, hurry, you gotta go, you know, and I'm like not really thinking about it enough.
Yeah.
Or like focusing or having a routine. I'm just like, go, go, go.
Yeah. That's good to know. I'm the same way. A lot of the time, like we're both very considerate people and I feel like we're considering, oh, people need me to go, let me get out of the way.
Yes.
I don't want anyone to wait on me, but you need to take your allotted time. You get 45 seconds in your pre-shot routine to prepare for your shot. And that's the law. And if you have 50, that's the law.
That's the law of golf.
Those are the rules.
That actually makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Because I think a big part of it is I just need to take more time, like in everything, every stroke that I'm doing.
Yeah.
With my practice shots.
Don't just grab a club and try and whack it.
Yeah.
How are you gonna have success if you just step up and whack it?
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're doing. You're just making a swing at nothing.
Exactly.
Cool. I think we have a good pre-shot routine plan. We'll use that throughout this lesson. We're gonna go into step number 2.
Point number 2.
Okay, point number 2 of this lesson is really just going to be pretty much the remainder of the lesson. I'm gonna teach you the fundamentals of putting, but in teaching you the fundamentals of putting, I don't wanna lose sight of that effortlessness, of that feeling of trust, confidence, zen, the breathing, all of that we talked about last week.
Okay.
So like as I'm teaching you, I don't want you to be like, I have to be perfect and be a robot putter. No,
right.
You still need to bring, in fact, you even more so need to bring effortlessness, relaxation, tension-free to your putting, because that's how you keep that putter face stabilized.
Yes.
Instead of jerky because you're tense.
Right.
If it's really stable and it flows through consistently, you're gonna make so many more putts.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so for the putting stroke, we're just going to talk about the mechanics of the stroke. It's a very simple stroke. It's straight back, straight through, right below you know? And once you get that good posture, everything happens in the manner that it's supposed to for the most part. So there's not a whole lot of changing from what you would intuitively think you need to do. So now the stroke, once you're in your setup, is pretty much as simple as you think it is. It's straight back, straight through. So keeping a good focus on what that putter head is doing. There's a little bit of an arc, but mainly you don't want it flowing out away from your body or excessively inside toward your body. So a pretty relatively straight back, straight through with a minor arc to the inside and to the inside, but really minor. So you see how that putter face naturally wants to kind of flow through on that general arc.
Right.
You want that super stable, the arms, but the shoulders are rocking back and forth. And that lower body is super stable. You don't want any knee movement, any hip movement. You want all that to be super locked out. And then you're just controlling the putter head with your shoulders, rocking it back like a baby. Like a little baby. Okay. So here's a good way to feel that. So we're doing this, right? And then we're just gonna kind of hinge at the waist, which is the general motion. You're not doing too much squatting, but you know that.
Yes.
Kind of hinging at the waist. Just rock your shoulders back and forth, keeping your lower body very stable. Do you feel that kind of disconnection between your lower bodies and your upper body? Lower bodies, all of them?
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
I like it.
It's a new feel. Do you feel how stable that is and how there's one less moving part? Imagine how many more putts you'll make over time having a very simple putting stroke.
Yeah. Sorry, I really like the feeling of like the isolated movement.
Well, then you can just hang out in your home and do this all day long. I'm gonna come back and Lauren's gonna be teaching me how to putt. Try and feel that same shoulder motion. Nice, with an effortless stroke.
It really makes me
good
focus on
tension-free.
moving my shoulders and not my arms.
Nice, that's amazing. Do you want to take that to a putt?
I would love to.
Perfect, let's run through our little pre-shot routine. Give yourself a good chance of making it. So 2 putting strokes. 1, 2, beautiful. Step up and just bring that new feel to the putt, that rock of the shoulders. Wow. That is so good. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Wow, okay. Well, my work's very, very close to done here because that really established almost everything that I needed to tell you about the putting stroke. Almost everything.
Okay.
I'll tell you a couple more things. What I see, despite that beautiful putt, congratulations.
Thank you.
That was perfection.
Thank you.
You're gonna like that. You're gonna want to post that on Instagram as a reel.
I will.
It's gonna go viral. People are gonna be like, how does she get that putting stroke?
It's all thanks to Claire Hogle.
20 minutes with me, I'll have you straightened out.
I owe you a lot of money.
We are just going to work a little bit on the placement of the putter on the ground. I think your toe is a little bit up high in the sky.
Okay.
I want just a little more toe down. So hands
down.
slightly higher, or instead of hands higher, maybe just step a little closer to it. You want it soled flat on this red line in the center of the putter.
Okay.
So that looks great. Yeah, that's perfectly soled. Beautiful. You see how it swings a little
It's actually
differently?
easier for me to move when it's like
Yes.
that and not
so
like
it
so
swings
far
a
back.
little differently because it's not so toe heavy. It's messing
Right.
with your shoulder turn. It's
Right.
perfectly soled. Your shoulders are just turning it on that perfect arc. It's not weighing a lot out on the outside of your hands out here. It's
Right.
just hanging very
Yes.
comfortably through your arms.
Okay.
This is one other thing that I wanted to show you is maybe just hands forward a little bit. Nice. Yeah, you got it. Beautiful. So I was actually going to tell you this feel that I think you're feeling right now is you give the putter life on the backstroke and it kind of starts to fall through, right?
Right.
And you just really support it through the ball.
Okay.
And that helps with maintaining the angles. You're not hitting it through the ball.
Right.
You're not doing really anything. You just give it life and then support it on the way through. Nice. Yeah, that looks fantastic. You look like a pro.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
It
You
felt like I did.
Great. Perfect. That is what I love to hear.
Should I try?
Yeah, let's try.
All right.
Yes. 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 It's so good. Do you feel like your putting is like going to change?
Oh, yes.
You're just making them left and right.
Thank you.
Left to right and left and right. That's amazing. Okay. All right, next up in this lesson as the sun goes down is we're gonna try a few different putts and I'm gonna kind of walk you through them and we'll learn as we go. Okay, so I've picked a new spot to putt from. It's a little downhill left to righter here. And I see, number one, some impediments potentially in my line that I don't wanna hit if I hit the putt and they hit these impediments and I was about to make it and then I don't make it because I wasn't disciplined enough to move the impediments. ¿Entiendes? She's got it. Now I'm starting to read it. I start from behind the ball.
Okay.
So let's crouch down. That'll help you see the break. Have you learned anything about reading greens a little bit? You know a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So basics, what do you see in this putt?
I see that it's going to break right
Mm-hmm.
and it's downhill.
Yep.
And that's about all of my basics that I know.
Okay. So why do you see left to right downhill?
Higher on this side
Okay.
than it is on this side.
Okay, I see a shadow coming through the green at about this angle. So what I think that is, that's a ridge. So the ridge is pushing the green this way and also this way. And so you're actually putting through the ridge a little bit initially and then you get on this side of the ridge, which is what makes it break to the right.
Right.
Do you kind of see how this ridge is like through the first little part of this putt here?
Yes.
So you get through the ridge, which is gonna kick it pretty extreme right from about here, I'm seeing. So then I'll check over here and see if what I saw over there is the same, because sometimes it's different. So this side is showing me that it is just a little bit left to right. There's nothing too crazy about it, but I see it coming through this area. Did you kind of see that a little?
Yes, I did.
So why don't you hit the putt, go through your pre-shot routine, and then we'll assess from there. So close.
Sorry.
So close. That was a pretty darn good putt. It did
Thank
not
you.
break in the manner that I thought it would. Beautiful line there.
Thank you.
I don't know if you changed it or if it was a little bit of a push.
I pushed it a little.
Okay, that's okay. Taught us that it was a pretty straight putt. So that's really helpful for this comeback putt, which I think we should hit. We do notice that it is about, I would say, 1, 2.5, about 7 feet by. And we are only really trying to keep it inside of a 2.5 or 3 foot circle because you're way more likely to make a short putt than a long one, right?
Right.
We all know that intuitively. We hopefully would have wanted to get it anywhere in between here and here, but unfortunately we hit it a little long.
Yes.
And you noticed that.
I
so that's
did.
perfect. So backstroke is important. So maybe if you had taken a little bit of a shorter backstroke there, it wouldn't have gone as far. I mean, it's
Right.
not even a maybe. If you
Right.
take a shorter backstroke, it can't go as far as long as you don't hit at it, right? Which we're teaching you not to. We're teaching you to support it through, guide it
Right.
through. So on this one, it's a shorter putt. Obviously, you need to take a little bit shorter of a backstroke, but it's uphill. So don't cut off your backstroke because it's uphill. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you want to get it up the hill.
Yes.
So don't try and make too short of a backstroke.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Give it some life.
Oh, what did I do wrong
So
there?
leave it short. I think you could have given it a little bit more life. Let's try it again. Backstroke
Ooh.
was a little short.
Swing back.
Swing it back, swing it through. Beautiful, that had way more life.
Oh.
And it got to the hole,
Yeah.
and you almost made it, and you made a weird squeal noise, but that's okay. We still love you anyways.
That's gonna happen.
When you play with Lauren, she's going to make some weird squealing noises.
Very true.
Since the sun is going down and this lesson is already at time, I pretty much winged it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was not a very well planned out lesson. I'm not a coach. I did my best. I did a little bit of
my
preparation.
first actual ever putting lesson, so.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow. Well, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel like I have some sort of direction now and it's gonna be a lot easier for me on the greens.
Perfect. What were some of your biggest takeaways?
Just having the pre-setup routine. I think that's honestly the biggest one because for me it's always like, and I've said this before, my mind's all over the place. I'm trying to hurry. So I think just taking my time, doing the routine. Like when I watch you play, you always have a routine for every shot. And I wish I had that.
Well, now you do.
But I have had no direction of like the pre-routine.
Right. You
know?
wouldn't even, you'd be like, what's Claire doing? I guess I'll kind of try that, but I hope I'm not
Exactly.
doing it wrong.
Right.
So pre-shot routine's really up to you. If at any point you're like, I don't really feel like putting from behind it serves me as much. I kind of lose a lot of the feel. I think I want to putt right next to it so that I can keep that feel in my hands.
Right.
You can try that. I go back and forth. I just
Okay.
kind of gotten into a habit of doing this, but I
Right,
might go
right.
back. Well, fantastic. I feel like this was an insane success, even though I was a little bit nervous and I totally winged it.
She did
But
great.
thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys are still enjoying this lesson series. I know we are.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Yes.
literally enjoying it so much.
Yay!
I'm getting so much out of this.
Yay. So am I. I mean, I'm even like reteaching myself things and as well learning from all these amazing coaches, which we believe we will have next week. And go ahead and follow us both on Instagram. That will be linked in the description box below.
And
Anything
my
else?
fellow three putters, comment below and tell me that you feel me.
I
And hopefully
feel ya,
after
Lauren.
this lesson and you've watched this, we'll be out of that club.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm getting everyone out of the club. That's a lame club. Come join the 2-putt club.
Yeah.
Come join the 1-putt club, which you did
Well,
a lot of.
I'm gonna get there soon.
You did a lot of that today.
Thank
and it's
you.
coming. Please don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you're watching, I know you did. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell notification to get notified when I/we post. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.